Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we try to make sense of the financial world, even when it seems like the script got lost in translation. Or maybe they are just trying to pull a fast one with some very fancy words. Today we are diving into a 10K filing that has some interesting financial maneuvers behind the scenes. You will not want to miss. And before we dive in, if you like getting clear, concise insights from these sometimes very dense corporate documents, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We also have a brand new Discord community linked in the description where you can chat with us and other viewers about these filings. So what is the big news here? LAGO Evergreen Credit, that is our company for today, has been busy. They've just inked a deal specifically on the 12th of December 2025 that significantly changes their borrowing power. Think of it as a major upgrade to their financial toolkit. Scroll third amendment to the Loan and Security Agreement. Dated the 12th of December 2025 Foyne Center, this isn't just a small tweak. We're talking about increasing the amount of money they can borrow. They've gone from a limit of $75 million to a whopping $125 million. That is an extra $50 million in their pocket, or rather, available to them. This is a pretty substantial jump, and it signals a few things. Maybe they have a big new project coming up, or they're looking to expand their operations, or they simply want more breathing room. And who's helping them with this increased borrowing capacity? They've brought in a new player, Accession Bank, to join KeyBank National Association, which was already involved. Having more lenders on board usually means more confidence in the company's ability to manage and repay its debts. It is like when you have multiple friends willing to lend you money. It shows they believe in your financial stability. Now, this is all happening under a loan and security agreement that was first put in place back on the 28th of February of 2025. This third amendment is a big deal because it shows the agreement is evolving and the company is adapting its financing strategy. It is important to note that borrowing under this new larger amount is still subject to certain rules. Specifically, those related to leverage restrictions under the Investment Company Act of 1940. This is basically a way for regulators to ensure that companies, especially those dealing with investments, aren't taking on too much debt that could put them at risk. The person signing off on this, Tim Gottfried, is noted as Chairman of the Board and Chief Executive Officer. This tells us that this decision has the highest level of approval within the company. It's not just some mid-level manager making a call. Now, let's connect some dots. Why would a company like LAGO Evergreen Credit suddenly need access to significantly more borrowed money? This type of filing, an 8K, is usually for material events. So this isn't just a routine update, it is a significant development. An increase in borrowing capacity often points to strategic growth initiatives or a need for increased working capital. It could be that they are acquiring another company, investing heavily in new assets, or perhaps navigating a period of significant operational expansion. The fact that they are bringing in a new lender, Accession Bank, in addition to KeyBank National Association, suggests a deliberate effort to diversify their financial relationships and potentially secure more favorable terms or just more flexibility. Remember, borrowing money isn't inherently bad for a business. It's a tool, a very powerful tool when used correctly. It can fuel growth, allow for strategic acquisitions, and help a company weather economic downturns. However, like any tool, it can be dangerous if mishandled. The key here will be monitoring how this additional capital is deployed. Are they investing it wisely in revenue-generating activities, or is it being used to cover existing shortfalls? The mention of leverage restrictions under the Investment Company Act of 1940 is a signal that regulators are keeping a close eye on this. This act is designed to prevent excessive borrowing, which could lead to financial instability within the investment management sector. So, what does this mean for LAGO Evergreen Credit in the bigger picture? On one hand, this increased borrowing capacity shows a level of confidence from their lenders and likely from the company itself about its future prospects. It provides them with the financial flexibility to pursue opportunities that might otherwise be out of reach. On the other hand, more debt means higher interest payments and increased risk if revenue streams falter. It's a balancing act. The company is essentially taking on more leverage to potentially achieve greater returns. But this also amplifies the potential downsides if things don't go according to plan. Looking ahead, it will be crucial to follow how this new financial capacity impacts the company's performance in subsequent reports. Are we going to see a corresponding increase in revenue, profitability, or asset growth that justifies this expanded debt? Or will we see the interest expenses eat into their profits? This move, while seemingly technical, is a significant indicator of the company's strategic direction and its appetite for growth with all the associated risks and rewards. It's a vote of confidence from their financial partners. But the ultimate success will depend on LAGO Evergreen Credit's ability to execute its plans effectively with this newly acquired financial power. These are the kinds of moves that can either propel a company forward or lead to significant challenges down the road, so it's definitely one to watch. Alright, that is our breakdown of LAGO Evergreen Credit is latest filing. What is your take on this increase in borrowing capacity and what it signifies for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time on Corporate Decoder.